Welcome to CanaDream. It's a pleasure having you as our guests. We're about to take you on a tour of your RV, so you're prepared and confident about all the features inside and outside the RV before you set off on your road trip. You might feel that there's a lot to take in during this video, but don't worry, you can watch it again. We have it on our website, in the CanaDream Club app, and we email the links after you have completed online check-in. You'll be given a copy of our detailed guest guide when you pick up your RV. This is your on-the-road, go-to guide covering almost everything you can think of about your RV. Keep it handy and in a safe place. You'll also receive our handy how-to guide, which you can use to become familiar with your RV before you leave our station. Please make sure you talk to our friendly guest service agents when picking up your RV if you have any questions. If you think you need more tuition at pickup, please book a personal demonstration, which offers a 30-minute detailed demonstration from one of our expert agents. You can add this on during online check-in. Let's get started. First, we'll quickly run through the symbols used in this demonstration video. Requires electricity. This symbol indicates this feature will only work when your RV is connected to shore power. Requires propane. This symbol indicates that this procedure functions with propane gas. Requires battery. This symbol indicates that the 12-volt battery system is required for the operation. Use Sani dump station. This symbol indicates that the procedure should only be performed at a registered Sani dump station. We'll start our demonstration by taking an exterior tour of the RV, beginning at the passenger side of the RV. Note the position of the furnace and hot water vents, propane switch, waste hose container, the fresh and city water fill, waste valves and outlet, and fuel tank. The fuel tank for the Deluxe Van Camper is beside the driver's side door. Please note that the RV is gas petrol. The freshwater tank has been filled for you. To refill the freshwater tank, remove the freshwater hose from behind the back seat and connect it to the campsite water source. Insert the other end of the hose to the threaded fitting labeled fresh water on the rear driver's side of the RV. Open the campsite water valve partway and fill the water tank slowly. Water will be released from beneath the RV through an overflow valve when the freshwater tank is full. To access the water in the freshwater tank, use the water pump located on the monitor panel. The water in the freshwater tank is safe for cooking and cleaning. We recommend you use bottled water for drinking. If you have water available at your campsite, you may be able to hook up to the city water supply and avoid using the water in your tank. Attach one end of your freshwater hose to the campsite water supply and the other to the connector at the rear driver's side of the RV. When using the city water supply, turn off the water pump on the monitor panel. If one end of your hose has a water pressure regulator attached, please do not remove it. Your propane gas tank supplies fuel for your stovetop, water heater, and furnace. The tank is located under the rear of the RV. It is full at pickup, and you don't need to return it full. The approximate level of the propane can be checked by pressing LPG on the Coachman Convenience Center. If you need to refill the tank, you should visit a gas station which supplies bulk propane and have the attendant do this for you. Propane refills are a guest expense. The propane gas system is designed to allow travel with the propane tank valve open. The propane gas shutoff switch at the rear of the RV will need to be on for gas appliances to operate. Before boarding any ferry, it is important that the propane shutoff switch is in the off position. All propane-fueled appliances must be switched off when the RV is in motion. Remove the power cord from the RV. It is usually stored behind the back seat. Plug one end into the receptacle on the RV, then turn the collar to lock the cord. If there is a breaker on the campsite power pole, switch it to the off position. Plug the other end of the cord into the campsite power pole, then switch the campsite breaker to the on position if necessary. The power cord has a plug for a 30-amp service. If a 30-amp service is not available, use the 15-amp adapter. A 15-amp service will limit the simultaneous use of appliances. To prevent tripping the power, please use one electrical item at a time. Waste from the toilet, black, sink and shower, gray, are collected in holding tanks under the RV. You can check the tank levels on the monitor panel inside your RV. Pushing the gray button will show the level of the wastewater tank, while the black button will show the level of the toilet waste. You shouldn't empty your tanks until they're at least half full. The waste hose is stored in a container under the RV. Remove the dust cap from the waste pipe outlet and connect the waste hose to the outlet. You will need to twist it to ensure it's firmly attached. Place the opposite end into the sani dump hole. Always empty the black waste tank first. Pull the black handle until it stops. Once the black waste tank has drained, flush the toilet with about 5 to 10 liters of fresh water to rinse the black waste tank. Once the water has finished draining, close the black waste tank valve. Pull the gray handle until it stops. When the gray tank has completely drained, close the gray waste tank valve. Raise the hose where it's connected to the RV and keep the hose elevated while hand over hand moving towards the opposite end of the hose. This will help to drain the hose completely. Detach and store the waste hose before replacing the cap on the outlet pipe. Add a toilet chemical to the toilet and flush. Repeat this process every time you drain the waste tanks. To help prevent clogged tanks, always flush the toilet with plenty of water. Only use toilet paper suitable for RV use. Anything thicker may cause blockages. Never pour grease, oil, coffee grounds, or other food waste down the toilet or sinks. Guests are responsible for costs to repair or empty clogged tanks. When the RV is connected to the campground sewer system, you'll need to keep the valves closed to allow the tanks to fill. The correct fuel type is shown on the fuel tank door. Only fill your RV with gasoline. Check the pump at the gas station every time you fill up to make sure the fuel type being used matches the instruction on the fuel cap door. Guests are responsible for all costs if the wrong fuel is used. Remember to turn off the battery disconnect and propane tank switches before refueling. After refueling, it is important to turn the battery disconnect switch and propane back on to ensure fridge and appliance functionality is restored. Sit in the driver's seat and adjust the side mirrors so you can see everything outside the RV. Become familiar with the controls. Look for the sticker on the dashboard, which tells you the height of your RV. Locate the tow haul button. In our newer models, the tow haul button can be selected after pressing the mode button, then selecting tow haul. This engages the engine brake when you're driving down steep hills and avoids the overuse of your RV brakes. Your RV has an automatic transmission. Before you can put the RV into gear, you'll need to have your right foot on the brake. This foot will also operate the accelerator pedal, so your left foot can take a complete rest when driving the RV. Now, let's look inside. Enter the coach through the sliding door on the passenger side. Once inside the RV, locate the position of the exterior light switches, the monitor panel, and the furnace and air conditioning controls. Look for the battery disconnect switch, which controls the main power to your RV. This must remain in the on position for the coach battery to provide power to your RV. The coach battery provides power for the interior lights and the furnace fan. Other features, such as the microwave, air conditioner, and 110-volt power plugs, will only work when connected to shore power or when using the generator. You can check the battery level on the monitor panel. The monitor panel displays the approximate levels in the freshwater tank, black waste tank, and gray waste tank. You'll find it above the sliding entrance door to the RV. Here you can also check the condition of your coach battery, operate the water pump, and turn the battery disconnect switch off and on. To check the approximate amount of water available in the freshwater tank, push that button and hold it in. The monitor panel is for convenience only, and the levels shown by the indicators are approximate. Note that, on occasion, the black or gray waste tank level indicator on your monitor panel may read incorrectly. The waste tank sensors can be compromised by material inside the tank. This can cause faulty readings on the panel. If you're not hooked up to the campsite power, your generator can supply power to the power outlets, coach air conditioner, microwave, and TV. If the generator doesn't start initially, it may be necessary to run the RV engine to provide the coach batteries with additional power. Before operating the generator, ensure your air conditioner and microwave are off and that anything plugged into the electrical outlets is unplugged. The generator switch is on the monitor panel. To start the generator, press and hold the stop prime end of the switch until the generator indicator light comes on. Press and hold the start end of the switch. If the generator does not start in 15 seconds, release the switch. After 30 seconds, press and hold the start end of the switch again. Do not prime the generator a second time. If the generator doesn't start initially, it may be necessary to run the RV engine to provide the coach batteries with additional power. To stop the generator, press the stop end of the switch. The generator will consume about 4 liters of fuel per hour of operation. The fuel supply is shared with the RV engine and requires a minimum of a quarter tank of gasoline or petrol to operate. Do not operate the generator while the RV is in motion. There's an hourly charge to use the generator. If you've purchased our Platinum Plus package, you'll have unlimited use of the generator included. Your RV has an on-demand water heater which uses propane gas. The water heater control is in the Truma Control Center. Press the rotary knob in if the Truma display is not active. The knob may need to be held in for 3 seconds. Turn the rotary knob to select the thermometer in water icon and press to confirm the selection. Turn the rotary knob to select Eco and press to confirm selection. Hot water will begin to flow in around 1 minute. The water heater must be switched off before refueling and while the vehicle is in motion. Ventilation is necessary when operating propane appliances. Always open a window or vent when using the burners on your stove. If your stove top has a cover, lift it before lighting the burners. To light the stove top, use the portable lighter supplied with the RV. Turn the knob to the light high position. Position the lighter flame over the burner to be lit. Then adjust the flame to the desired level. Ensure the burners are cool before closing the stovetop cover. The microwave operates on 110-volt power only. It will operate only when you are hooked up to shore power or using the generator. The table can be erected either in front of the sofa or behind the driver and passenger seats. You'll see these positions marked by bases on the floor. Locate the table leg behind the driver's seat. Locate the T-nut on the bottom of the table leg. Turn this counterclockwise, left, until the T-nut is approximately 3/4 of an inch from the bottom of the leg. Line the T-nut up with the slot in the floor-mounted base. Turn the table leg 1/4 of a turn clockwise and try to pull up. When the nut is in place, the leg will not pull up out of the base. While keeping slight upward pressure on the leg, turn the entire leg clockwise until it tightens to the floor base and is stable. Put the table base on top of the leg, lining up the cup of the table base to the leg. Push table down onto leg to secure. To remove the table and leg for storage, first remove the tabletop from the leg and store securely. Turn the table leg counterclockwise, left, until it's loose. Wiggle the table leg until it releases from the base. Secure the table leg when not in use and when driving. Your RV has an electric sofa, which converts into a queen-size bed. Prior to extending the sofa bed, check for any objects in the rear storage that may prevent the sofa from lying flat. Press and hold the rocker switch, located underneath the overhead cabinet next to the TV, to recline the sofa to a flat position. Release the rocker switch once motion stops to avoid overextending the sofa motor. Locate the bed and table boards from behind the driver's seat. Place the bed boards between the side seats. Position the cushions from the side seats to complete the bed base, then add the sheets and blankets. The fridge will only run off the 12-volt coach battery. Unlock the silver lock before opening the fridge or freezer. The fridge controls are located inside the food compartment on the left side above the shelf. The refrigerator temperature is controlled by a thermostat. Number 0 is the off position. The thermostat will firmly click in and out of the off position. Number 1 is the warmest, and number 7 is the coldest temperature. Opening the doors frequently will impair the fridge's ability to cool. The fridge takes up to 6 hours to cool down after setting the temperature. Prior to traveling, secure the fridge and freezer doors with the silver locks located at the top right corner of each door. The furnace uses propane to heat the RV, along with a fan powered by your coach battery to circulate air throughout the RV. If you plan to run the furnace for an extended period of time, we recommend you be connected to shore power to avoid draining the coach battery. The furnace control is located on the Truma Control Center. If the display is not active, push the rotary knob in until you see the display. Turn the rotary knob to select the RV icon and press to confirm selection. Turn the rotary knob to select the desired temperature and press to confirm selection. The display will flash until the selected temperature is reached. To switch between Celsius and Fahrenheit, roll the wheel to the wrench pictograph and press. Please note that the furnace vent on the outside of your RV can become extremely hot. Use caution when parking to ensure there are no trees or flammable objects close. Keep children and hands away. Never leave personal articles near or against the furnace vent. The roof air conditioner will only operate when the RV is connected to shore power or the generator is running. The roof air conditioner does not operate while the RV is in motion. Controls are on the air conditioner, which is mounted on the ceiling. Turn the temperature, select knob to cool. Turn fan speed knob to the desired setting. Please note that if you're only connected to a 15 amp power source, the air conditioner may only function properly on a low fan setting. The RV toilet is equipped with a flush lever located behind the lid or a foot pedal on the base. Before using the toilet for the first time and every time after you empty your waste tanks, add a toilet chemical pod to the toilet and flush with approximately 10 liters of water. Only use toilet paper approved for use in RVs and use lots of water when flushing. Never flush paper towels, facial tissue, feminine hygiene products, or diapers into the toilet, as these will clog the waste pipe and will render the toilet unusable. When the RV is connected to a full-service campsite, keeping the valves closed will allow the tanks to fill. This will provide enough flow to drain thoroughly prior to departure. The bathroom sink faucet is also the shower head. Set the faucet to the desired water temperature. Press the rocker button on the top of the faucet to select the spray function. Close the bathroom door and slide the curtain across. Pull the faucet head from the base to extend the hose and secure it on the wall into the shower head holder. When you have finished showering, either towel dry the curtain or leave it hanging to dry before tying it back into position. Safety is of utmost importance to us. The RV is fitted with a battery-powered smoke detector, a fire extinguisher, and a combination carbon monoxide and propane gas detector, which is designed to detect and alert you of dangerous gas levels in the RV. This detector is powered by the coach battery. For more detailed information on these safety features, please refer to your guest guide. Your RV has a privacy curtain for both the cab and back windows. This is stored in the cupboard above the cab. Match the Velcro dots on these privacy curtains to the dots on the cab and back windows. Other windows have pull-down blinds. When you're reversing, you should always have a person standing at the rear of the RV to guide you. We call this person a spotter. You should be able to see this person in your side mirror, and they should be able to see you. They will use hand signals to guide you as you reverse the RV. Many of the damage incidents guests have are caused whilst backing up, and these can be avoided if a spotter is used. Before you drive the RV, walk around it one last time to confirm that the black and gray waste tank valves are closed, the cap is on the waste outlet, and all exterior compartments are closed and locked. Thank you for watching. We hope you've enjoyed this demonstration tour. We appreciate there's a lot to take in, particularly if this is your first time in an RV. Don't worry, you can watch this video again, and you'll find all this information and more inside the guest guide, which you'll receive when you pick up your RV. Use the guest guide as the first place to find answers whenever you need help. All that's left is for us to wish you an enjoyable and safe vacation. Enjoy experiencing Canada at your own pace.